the lead owner of the team and the founder of the California Redwoods, which we won't be able to call them that much longer, so you can save all those jerseys and put them on eBay. He's a native of Northern California, an investment banker with over 40 years of experience in varied business capacities. He was a former owner in another professional football league, that USFL league that lasted a little while in Oakland. But he is a strong leader for this league. He has been a guy that has taken a front seat, importantly, in decision-making and in the growth of the league, and certainly that has been important to us. He sits on a number of boards throughout Northern California and in the San Francisco area where he makes his primary residence. And in addition, 5 children and a wife, generally known as the Speaker of the House. We want to thank him for all that he's done for this organization and for bringing the team here to Sacramento. So let me please introduce the owner of the team, Paul Pelosi.
Good afternoon. I am a native San Franciscan, but I've developed very close personal and business relationships up here in Sacramento for the last 25 years. And I'm a great believer in Sacramento and the area, and it's been wonderful to watch the growth of it as becoming one of the major cities of the United States. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for being with us. The passion that you bring to the job is wonderful. I have had the privilege of knowing the mayor for about 15 years, and who I first met with my friend Angelo Sacopoulos years ago, and I'm delighted to see that he's here in this role and is part of the future. And we're talking about the future, and this football league is about the future. We're calling our league the place where future stars come to play. In our first year, we have really kind of proved that product. We started that experimental season with 4 teams, so you're talking about 200 players, plus practice squad, 208 players. And the goal is that we end the day after Thanksgiving with a championship game. And at that point, there's still 10 teams in the hunt for the playoffs in the NFL. And our experience was this year, we say that we really proved the point because 30 of our players, 15% of our players were signed by the NFL the day after Thanksgiving in that next week or so. So it is true that there's tremendous talent out there, and there's a need in the NFL for it. And as was previously said, our players really are more ready to go to the NFL the day after Thanksgiving because they've been playing. The NFL teams have been watching them for the couple of months of the season. They've been taking snaps every day, and they're ready to go, much more so than the guys that sit on the bench at the NFL. And so it was a wonderful experiment, and this year we'll be adding 2 more teams. And so we'll be starting in September, but we're still going to end at Thanksgiving with the same idea in mind. So we're very excited about that. And one reason why so many of these young players came to play with us is because we have 4 tremendous coaches, and we will have 6 now. But the perfect example, of course, is our coach, Denny Green. And having started down at Stanford, which some of you might approve of and others won't. That's the Bay Area. It's like the mayor, for example, but that's the Bay Area for you. But then with his tremendously, then on to the 49ers with Bill Walsh, and on to the Minnesota Vikings for 15 years as the head coach, and an extremely distinctive career, and head of the competition committee when he was at the NFL with the coaches. And so this is a tremendously seasoned, great teacher and coach. And that's who's leading our effort up here. So I'm very excited about the league. The founder of the league, Bill Hambrecht, one of my best friends in the world, and we've been doing business things for 30 years, and that's really why I'm primarily involved in here. I think it's a very well-structured financial investment. But the bottom line of it is, because of our financial structure, we're able to deliver wonderful football at a very family affordable price. As we mentioned, we're talking about $20 tickets. And so it's a very family affordable situation. So that's what we're doing. We're excited, and our goal is to do NFL football in non-NFL cities. And that's why we're in Sacramento, and that's why we're in Hartford and Vegas and Orlando. And the two new teams will be in similar type cities. We have determined, everything tells us that people want to watch football during football season. And not in the spring and not some other kind of a game, indoors, out, all of that, but regular football during football season. And that's what we're doing. And we'll end at Thanksgiving. Oh, and so September 1st, our teams will still have spring training down in Arizona and Florida, but September 1st, the team and the coaches and everybody move to Sacramento, and they live and work here for the season through Thanksgiving. So for that 3-month period. So our whole goal is to be part of the community, to have our coaches and our players be in the community and part of it and work with them. And we know that Sacramento is a great sports town, and we're very much looking forward to being part of it. So thank you for coming today, and we look forward to seeing you during spring training and at that opening game in the beginning of September. Thanks.